Good morning, dear students. Myself Sachin S. Pawar, Head of Department of Chemistry, GSS University College, Belgaum, and I'm here coming in front of you again with my videos on a new topic, and the topic is PUC First Year Chemistry Unit 8 Redox Reactions. In my first video on this topic, we will be covering the points which have been discussed, which have been highlighted on your screen. We will discuss the importance of this topic, then some classical ideas of redox reaction such as oxidation reaction, reduction reaction, redox reaction, and oxidation number. So to begin with, let us start our topic. Why the topic redox reaction is installed in your syllabus? Then a question for that is already answered in the first paragraph of your government textbook, and it says clearly that you are surrounded by many redox reactions. There are reactions happening in the pharmaceutical companies. There are reactions happening in biochemical reactions. There are reactions happening in industries, some metallurgical processes, agricultural processes. All these reactions, one or the other reactions in these fields are redox reactions. We have burning of fuels. Burning of fuel may be for domestic purpose, maybe for transportation purpose, or maybe for commercial purposes in these industries or in pharmaceutical companies. All are again redox reactions. We have electrochemical processes also. Like for example, extraction of metals. Like for example, you have learnt in your lower classes the extraction of sodium, sodium metal. So this is again an electrochemical phenomenon, that is a redox reaction. It involves redox reactions. And we can have a manufacture of many chemical compounds such as caustic soda. You know what is caustic soda? Sodium hydroxide. The batteries, like dry battery, wet batteries, again all these batteries work with the principle of redox reactions. And we have corrosion of metals, a phenomenon which is happening all around us. Like for example, iron, if it is kept in the open space for a longer period of time, after decades of time, you will see surface of that iron gets peeled out in the form of a brown coating. That is called a corrosion of iron, and that is again a redox reaction. There are also some environmental issues. And the textbook highlights the two environmental issues, that is, one is hydrogen economy and development of ozone hole. Hydrogen economy refers to the use of liquid hydrogen as a fuel, and development of ozone hole. All these are again coming under the category of redox reactions. So redox reactions are happening around us. We are being surrounded by many redox reactions which are helpful for us in the day-to-day life, and that is why the topic is installed in your syllabus, and the topic heading is redox reactions. So with this introduction, let us start our topic. Okay, so the topic heading is redox reactions. The first question comes, what do you mean by reaction? Okay, for this you have learned plenty of reactions at your lower classes. To name a few, to give few examples, I have few examples here. Let me take only one example of a reaction. This is one simple reaction. Now this is a reaction. If you just take this reaction, if I have to read this, then this reaction involves reaction of hydrogen sulfide H2S reacts with oxygen gas O2 and forms a sulfur solid and water liquid. So here this is a reaction where hydrogen sulfide react with oxygen gas to form sulfur in solid state and water in liquid state. So if you see this reaction, a general reaction is the one where there are some reactive species, I call it as reactants, like H2S and O2 in this reaction, react with one another to form some new substances, we call it as products. So reactants gives rise to products is known as reaction. And now we are not interested in all types of reactions. There are various types of reactions happening in the industry and happening all around us. We are interested in this topic, what is known as redox reactions. So let us learn what do you mean by redox reactions. Okay, detail about this we shall see, but I'll just tell you redox reaction. If I say, then here this redox word has to be split into two, that is red and ox, and red stands for reduction and ox stands for oxidation. So the reactions which are reduction oxidation reactions are known as redox reactions. That is the reactions in which what is happening, there is reduction and oxidation of reactants is taking place, is known as redox reactions. Such plenty of redox reactions we shall see, but before we go with these examples, we need to know first what is the meaning of these two terms, that is reduction and oxidation. So we'll first learn those terms and then we will go for some examples and then further ideas regarding redox reactions. So let us move on to the third concept, what is known as reduction. Okay, the concept reduction, this already I have learnt in your previous years. And if you just go back to the knowledge of what you have done in your 8th standard to 10th standard, you have already learnt these reduction, and you will recall in your mind, if you have studied this, that reduction is nothing but the reduction reaction can be classified or can be identified in three types. There are three ways in which it can be identified. The first way is okay, so before I go for reduction, let us take some examples on reduction. I'll just take some examples of reduction reactions here. So I have some examples of reduction reaction on your screen. So these are some examples. Let me write these reactions one by one. Okay. Right. So here are some examples of reduction reactions. What are these? Let's learn this. Okay. So I have 4 examples here for reduction, and all these are examples of reduction reactions. These are the examples of reduction reactions. So first example, you see here HgO on heating, mercuric oxide on heating gives Hg plus O2, and if you see it carefully here, HgO is it loses oxygen atom. If you understand this, and if you go for the second example, you will see ferric chloride FeCl3. Ferric chloride reacts with hydrogen gas to form ferrous chloride FeCl2 and hydrogen chloride HCl. And if you again see these two, you will see that the ferric chloride has lost one chlorine atom. The third example, if you just take here, the sodium reacts with hydrogen gas to form sodium hydride. Sodium reacts with hydrogen gas to form sodium hydride. And if you see it carefully here, the sodium, to the sodium you are adding an hydrogen. So this is addition of hydrogen atom to sodium. And if you see this last reaction, you will find that chlorine is becoming chloride ion. Chlorine atom is gaining one electron to form chloride ion. Cl is becoming Cl minus. That means here there is again addition of electron to chlorine atom. So these are the examples which will illustrate or which will give you the exact definition of what is known as reduction. So what is reduction? If I ask you, then the classical concept says that reduction reaction is the reaction in which there is loss of oxygen atom, or they see chlorine atom, this chlorine atom, oxygen atom, if I just say in the periodic table, which you will be learning, and you have learnt already about it in your previous years. In the periodic table, if you just say this is the periodic table, then the elements which are placed on this side, except noble gases, helium, neon, argon, forget about these noble gases, the elements which are placed on this side are electropositive, electronegative, and the elements which are placed on this side are electropositive. Okay, and here if you just see, the chlorine atom is somewhere here, oxygen atom is somewhere here, so they are electronegative atoms. They are electronegative atoms. Details about that you will learn in the topic periodic table. So they are electronegative atom. So if you see second example, then this is also the loss of or a removal of electronegative atom. This is the first definition. Second definition, if you just say, then if there is addition of hydrogen atom, if there is addition of hydrogen atom, then it is also known as reduction. So here we have an example for this. And lastly, the most commonly used, we are going to use this concept in our topic redox reaction, that is addition of electrons. Addition of electrons. So if the electrons are added, to the reactant, then that is known as reduction. So, and these are the three classical ways of defining a reduction reaction. I hope this point is clear. Examples are there on the screen, and the example interpretation gives you what is known as reduction reaction. So reduction reaction is the loss of oxygen atom or electronegative atom such as chlorine, addition of hydrogen atom or addition of electrons to the reactants. This is reduction reaction. Sorry. Let's move on to the next one, the fourth one. Fourth one is, okay, before I go for this, you will come back on this. Here a reduction reaction is the reaction also referred to as the reaction in which there is decrease in the oxidation number of an element in the an element in the starting material of the reactant. Okay, regarding this concept, I will come back on this concept in the next video. It is decrease in the oxidation number of an element. What is this decrease in oxidation number of element? What is this oxidation number? We shall see in the coming lectures. Okay, so these are the four definitions of reduction. I hope these points are clear. Okay, with this, let's go on to the next concept, that is oxidation reaction. So let's move on to oxidation reaction. So okay, let's move on to the next one, that is oxidation reaction. Okay, right. Okay, before I learn this, let us have some examples on your screen so that you can identify, you can analyze what actually is the oxidation reaction is all about. So here are some examples on your screen. Here are some examples on your screen. You see, these are the examples. Okay, I have 5 examples. All examples are there in your government textbook. So let's see the examples here. This is the first example. So example number 1. So if you just see here, what is happening is magnesium is reacting with the oxygen gas to form magnesium oxide. Magnesium reacts with oxygen to form magnesium oxide. And if you see here, what is happening is magnesium gain an oxygen atom to form magnesium oxide. This is one example of oxidation reaction. Okay, let's see this example. What is there here? Again, in this example, if you see it carefully here, what is happening is okay, here we have K4FeCN6. Don't bother about this complicated complex. You will learn about that in your second year topic. This is potassium ferrocyanide. This gets converted into potassium ferricyanide, and if you see it carefully here, this has got 4 potassium ions and this has got 3 potassium ions. So here potassium ferricyanide lose 1 potassium atom, and this is what is the reaction. Okay, now when I say potassium atom, if you remember again, potassium atom is an electropositive atom. It is an electropositive atom. Okay, I'll come back on this. Electropositive atom, again in the periodic table I have already told you, in the periodic table the elements which are on the left hand side in the periodic table are electropositive, and you will see that potassium is somewhere here. So electropositive atom. Okay, fine. Next one, if you just check here, this magnesium, here the magnesium reacts with fluorine gas to form magnesium fluoride. So here if you just see again, here we see that magnesium gains the fluorine atom to form magnesium fluoride. Fluorine atom, again fluorine atom, when I say fluorine atom is an electronegative atom, because in the periodic table the fluorine atom comes somewhere here in the periodic table, and the fluorine is electronegative. So electronegative. Okay, the next example, let me take this bit down. Okay, the next example, if you just see the next example, you will find that hydrogen sulfide reacts with oxygen to form sulfur, and if you see it carefully here, H2S is becoming S. If you understand, then you will see here hydrogen sulfide lose H atom to form sulfur, and the last reaction, if you just see, zinc is becoming zinc plus 2. Zinc is plus 2 means it is losing electrons. So here zinc lose 2 electrons to form Zn plus 2. So all these are the examples of oxidation reaction, examples of oxidation reactions, and therefore I can define now based on this. You see, oxidation can be a reaction where there is gain of electrons, gain of oxygen atom, again something is gain. Yes, you see this gain here, we have gain, okay, and okay, gain, okay, two gains are there. So here in the first example there is a gain of oxygen atom or an electronegative atom, example is fluorine, electronegative atom like fluorine. So if there is a gain of oxygen atom or electronegative atom by the reactant in a reaction, then that reaction is supposed to be called as oxidation reaction. This is the first example. And then you will see loss. If you just concentrate on the loss or removal, you will see loss of hydrogen atom, loss of electrons, and loss of electropositive atoms. So if there is removal of hydrogen atom or electropositive atom like potassium for example, or electrons. This is the definition of, or this is the way we have to identify whether the reaction is oxidation reaction or not. And in most of the cases, or in this particular topic, we will be concentrating mostly on this definition, that is removal of oxygen. So in this present topic I have already discussed what is reduction and what is oxidation, and in this topic we will be concentrating on only one concept, that is reduction. If I say in terms of electrons, it is gain of electrons, and oxidation means loss of electrons by the reactants, and that is what we will be concentrating on this, in this particular topic. Okay, so we have already learnt what is reduction. Now we have learnt what is reduction and what is oxidation, and then I can easily say what is redox reaction. If I say redox reaction means what? If I say what do you mean by redox reaction, then there should be reduction oxidation reaction. Reduction oxidation reaction. Reduction oxidation reaction means there should be reduction also taking place, oxidation also is taking place, means one reactant should undergo reduction. So in redox reaction, what you should observe or what you should find is that one reactant should undergo reduction, that is it should gain electrons, or by any definition you follow the definition as per the definition, and second reactant which is there, that should undergo oxidation. And oxidation means we have learned the various definitions of oxidation, so it has to follow any definition of oxidation, reaction. So redox reaction is a reaction in which one of the reactant is undergoing reduction or one of the reactant is undergoing oxidation, or there is a possibility that the same reactant may undergo oxidation as well as reduction. Such examples also we shall see. This is called as disproportionation reaction. We shall see about that in the next class. So to conclude my today's class, let us have some examples on redox reactions and then we shall stop. Okay, examples on redox reactions. The last one. Examples. Okay, examples of redox reactions. Examples of redox reactions. Here we have some examples. Okay, I have basically taken 3 examples here. Okay, this is example number 1, example number 2, and example number 3. Okay, if you just see it carefully here, example number 1, sodium reacts with chlorine to form sodium chloride. So here sodium is becoming Na, is becoming Na plus. Na is becoming Na plus means it is losing electrons, means it is undergoing, yes, it's undergoing oxidation, and chlorine Cl is becoming Cl minus, that means it is gaining electrons, means it is undergoing reduction. So this is one example. This is one example where you will see, okay, where you will see that oxidation and reduction both are taking place in the same reaction. One more example, if you take this here, Na combines with O2 to form Na plus NaO, Na2O it is. Here you see Na is becoming Na plus. Na is becoming Na plus means it is losing electrons, that means it is undergoing oxidation, and O2 is becoming O minus 2. O minus 2 means there is gain of electron, that is reduction. So oxidation and reduction both are taking place. Again, the last example, if I take here, sodium combines with sulfur to form sodium sulfide. You see Na is becoming Na plus, that means it is losing electrons, that is oxidation, and sulfur is becoming S minus 2, that is gaining electrons, that is it is becoming reduced, so reduction. So redox reactions are the reactions where both reduction as well as oxidation reactions are taking place. Such many examples we shall see in the ongoing topic. At present, with this introductory class, I will stop here. The remaining things we shall see in the next class. Thank you.